Many Democrats backed U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris to run as the party's presidential nominee against Donald Trump after President Joe Biden's abrupt departure from the race. Biden himself endorsed Harris in a separate statement following his letter saying that he was stepping down. Harris will go to the Democrats' National Convention in Chicago in August as the frontrunner, and it's expected that she will be chosen as the party's nominee for the November presidential election. So for more on Joe Biden's decision to step aside, we have got the SABC's international news editor, Sophie Mokoena, on the line. Sophie, certainly both weekends, very interesting developments in the U.S. elections. I mean, whether we talk about an assassination attempt on Republicans, Donald Trump, and now, of course, we're seeing Joe Biden pulling out and Kamala Harris being his choice. Talk to us. What are you reading to this?
Well, clearly Biden wanted to get more information, or perhaps he wanted to hear more voices that were calling on him to step aside. Because you would recall that during the primaries, he got an endorsement, and that endorsement also included financial support when he was raising funds. And therefore, those people who had invested in his candidature, he wanted to hear that they would support the proposal that he must step aside when those voices within the Democratic Party were loud. And therefore, finally, he took this decision, particularly after he had that problem of COVID. And therefore, he made this announcement. And clearly now, the presidential election in the United States of America is gaining momentum, with both the Democrats and the Republicans now powering ahead to ensure that they win this important election for either the Democrats or the Republicans. Now we expect Kamala Harris to continue today to call strategic people within the party and outside the party to garner support, so that when she goes to the convention next month, she is able to get an endorsement. But secondly, she has to raise funds for her campaign, and she has started yesterday with the support of Joe Biden. And within an hour, Joe Biden made that announcement. She was able to raise $5 million US dollars. And I think today we will see more. But secondly, it will be interesting to see how the markets will react to the news. The other important issue is that when you look at media houses, the news outlets who are more business, you could see that they wrote a story in such a way that there's an agreement in terms of those in big business that Biden steps aside and therefore Kamala Harris must come in. But when you look to people like Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton, they were very clear that they support Kamala Harris. But the former president, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, didn't come out clear in terms of supporting Kamala Harris. And there people are thinking that he doesn't want to be seen as pushing her as a candidate. He wants the democratic processes within the party to take its course, so that if there's any candidate who'd want to also avail himself, can do so without fearing that he or she won't have support of the Obamas. And therefore we'll see as the weeks go by whether this will stand, and particularly now us are on that Democrat convention that's coming in 2 weeks' time. That's when we will finally know whether she is indeed an official nominee for the Democrats. On the other hand, the Republicans will continue. Now they have to readjust their campaign because now it's a different person, and therefore we'll start seeing Donald Trump going hard on Kamala Harris, taking her because now Biden is off the way. And that brings some dynamics in terms of seeing how the Republicans will strategize now around Kamala Harris. Yes, that incident, attempted assassination, which helped Donald Trump, but this new perspective now will definitely bring a different dynamic.
Certainly will. Sophie, thank you. Thanks very much for just giving us a bit of a summary as to what's been going on and the developments that we'll see, no doubt, happening this week, as we did hear from President Joe Biden. He will be addressing the nation within the next couple of days with a way forward. So that's something we'll be seeing. And also, of course, you're seeing the Republicans saying he mustn't stay on until after the elections, because he has said, this is Joe Biden, that he will be staying until January 2025. They're saying if he steps down, he must step down now. All right, let's go into the news stories now. Thanks, Sophie Mokoena.